So today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to replace the DeWalt cleaner blades. No. 3, 2, 1! So today we're replacing the blades for our DeWalt planer. Let's get right into it. Okay, so every single DeWalt planer should have two tools, this key and then this Allen key right here. Okay, so you're going to take this little tool right here, and then there should be a bolt here and a bolt here, and you're just going to put this key in, turn it, and now you want to unscrew the second one. So we just got our bolts unscrewed, just put them up here along with both your tools, and then this entire part should just come out just like this. And we're just going to put these two up here for now as well. So when we open it, you'll see this thing. We're just going to engage it, so just pull it back until it locks and engages. So now it's like locked, you can't move it. And then take this tool, it's on your planer, and then just pop each of these loose. Now they're all popped loose, you should just be able to take them off with your fingers. Okay, so now that all the bolts are off, this thing comes off. Take that off and take your old blade off. Be careful because they're sharp. And then you're going to want to repeat on the other side. Now for this one, there's this little mechanism right over here. So currently this is locked, won't move. If you push this thing down, you can rotate it as much as you want. So just rotate the blades and then release this thing once you kind of have it like the top side, and then lock it.
Wow! Now it's locked in place. You say, oh God.
And then repeat the process for the first step and get all these loosened. Okay, so now as you can see, we've taken both sides off. You want to start replacing them with your new blades. New blades, and we're going to show you how to install them. So first, you want to make sure that your thing here is locked. You're going to put the blade in first, like this. And then you're going to put this part, the spring side, like the springs that go this way, you're going to put it in like this. So if you look, the springs, this, you're going to put the blade in, and then you're going to put this on top. And as you push it down, the springs, you're just going to make sure that they come together like so. Just make sure the springs are still on the blade. This can be a little bit rough, but you're just going to start a bolt. Okay, so now that you've started it, go over to your other side. And remember, there's a top hole and a bottom hole. So this is what can happen. If you can see here, you see that the spring has come detached, and now it's like going down there. So you're going to have to replace it on and then push that piece back down. So you need to make sure your spring isn't in between. You need to make sure it's resting on top of that blade. And now comes the easy part. So your blade should be facing down. So you're going to push it all the way back. Now make sure these bolts aren't too tight. You're going to push it all the way back. And then every single planer, every single DeWalt planer should come with these little things. They're going to be like right here. You just take them out, and this is what they're used for. So push the blade all the way back. They have magnets on them. And these are used to hold this blade back, because see, when I'm not holding it, the springs push it out. But you put one here on the right side, put one here on the left side. Make sure it's pushed all the way in as far as you can go. Make sure it won't go any further. And then you can actually just like pull the whole thing down into the sidewall so that these magnets stay there. Just take your time. Make sure everything's situated. Make sure the black thing and the blade are pushed as far back as they'll go. Okay, now that they're in, just make sure that this blade is pushed. See, there's a little bit of loose space, so it's pushed in. Make sure your magnets are all the way in. Now, get your tool. Make sure not to bump the magnets while you're tightening. Okay, so now that we've tightened all our bolts, you can take the magnets off, and there'll be 2 more little slots that you need to put a bolt in. So make sure you don't forget those. Once you've done that, you're just gonna wanna, once again, push this thing down to release the blades. And then you can kind of usually tell, like if the space is even, so like there's a tiny little bit of distance, like between the blade and the black thing. So you can usually feel that distance if it's less or if it's more. And if it feels good, it's probably because it is good. So now just flip it over to the other side and repeat.